Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our beautiful spiritual morning. Let's start our wonderful morning by closing our eyes, by getting in the posture, feet firmly placed on the ground below or cross-legged in the Lotus Sutra. Hands in a receiving mudra or a Gyan mudra. Let's align with our wonderful breath. Keep taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Start flowing with life. Even though breath is automatic, when we do conscious breathing, we are giving a signal to our body that it's time to go in the deeper realms of our being. When the mind changes direction, course, thinks about something else, bring it back by being aligned with our breath. Keep breathing in. Deeper breath in, deeper breath out. Tune into whatever is happening around you. Any kind of noise, any kind of voice, any kind of sound. Just let that be as a background score. Nothing is about perfection. It's a myth. Nobody's life is perfect. To meditate, one doesn't have to have zero background score. There are times when we can affirm, but there are times when other thoughts prevail. So we need to work on clearing those specific emotional blocks or bad habits that lead to the negativity. There is absolutely no need to get tensed to get things accomplished. So it's wonderful to follow a simple affirmation, which is positive, to create. Let's say together, I now stay deeply relaxed and centered, and everything is accomplished easily and effortlessly. I now stay deeply relaxed and centered, and everything is accomplished easily and effortlessly. Let's always choose affirmations that feel totally right for us, not something which is made up. Because then we are not doing something which is truthful. Even though in the spiritual world, we oftentimes hear, fake it till you make it. But if our heart doesn't choose affirmation, it doesn't come to fruition. Because then we may feel an emotional resistance to any affirmations. specifically and especially when they're chosen first time. So let's learn to create powerful affirmations for us, which can make a real change in our consciousness, which can help us to simply eliminate the natural fear of change and growth, the fear to be eliminated, and then growth, evolution, change of consciousness will be witnessed. Always remember that we are the creators. Creating our life into something new and fresh is our right. Every breath is fresh. At every given point of time, cells are taking birth and cells are dying. So we are witnessing life in our own body, whether we are aware or whether we are not. So let's take this beautiful attitude to learn to accept and handle whatever already exists in our life. And at the same time, let's tune in to the moment to moment, as every moment is full of opportunities to begin creating exactly what we desire, and that will make us happy. Affirmations are not meant to conflict or change our feelings or emotions. It is absolutely imperative that we accept the affirmation and experience our feelings in its real reality, including the so called negative ones. They are part of our life. Being supremely positive can also get toxic, not only for ourselves, but for people around us. Somebody may say that you're being delusionary. So let's understand that negativity exists. But what we can do is make an attempt to change it, because changing our consciousness is in our hands. As similar to when we are hungry, there are only few ways to fill ourselves. First, to understand that are we hungry or are we thirsty? Hungry for love, hungry for attention, because many a times we do emotional eating. Or is the body hungry for its food? Or is the body thirsty for the water? When we tune into our body, before when the pangs of hunger exist, we will realize exactly what the body demands. So affirmations can help us create that new point of view about our life that will help us into a much more satisfying experience. And when we do this conscious eating, we are being so powerful. We're giving the gift of life to a body. Let's try as much as possible to create a feeling of belief, believing in the experience that our affirmations can be true. Momentarily, temporarily, maybe. So let's suspend any possible doubts and hesitation. And let's put our full mental and emotional energy into the words that we speak, into the words that we write, into the words that we chant, namely the positive affirmations. If any doubts, any resistance, any negative thoughts are getting in the way of doing our affirmations, let's clear them by using the clearing process. Rather than just saying affirmations, let's really get into the mood of affirmations. That we really have the power to create that reality, and that we really can make a big difference in how effective they are. Affirmations are really powerful on their own, but when done, combined with visualization, or some people call it imaging, then we are adding so much more power to it. Just the way many bakers in their pineapple pastries add those little pieces of pineapple and cherry on top to complete the look. Similarly, this visualization is the cherry on top of our beautiful, mindful, conscious world. And when we regularly create this atmosphere of visualization and affirmation into a meditation, which could be done with open eyes, which could be even done while walking or while doing yoga. Meditation is not necessarily closing our eyes, but first thing in the morning and last thing in the night, when done, it reaps multiple results. Let's affirm what is meaningful for us, what is powerful, inspiring for us. If a spiritual source works for you, like maybe the name of your higher self or a God that you believe in or some power that you believe in, use it. If Mother Earth works for you, use it. If universe works for us, use it. If the divine love works, use it. Whatever phrase you prefer, whatever spiritual energy you would like to add, acknowledge it. Let's affirm a few things which we may bring into our daily routines. I have the infinite creative power of the universe within me. Divine love is working through me right here, right now. I am the creator of my life. I am one with my higher self, the greater spirit. My higher self, if you have a name for the higher self, if you've done the book Unified course of Unified, then great, you can add the name. If not, simply you can say, my higher self guides me in everything that I do. With this intention, we are placing the fact that we are tuned inwards. And the monkey mind is not making us do things. Because every single thing that we do is an act of definite love, divine love. It's beautiful to thank Mother Earth in any process that we do, because we as souls have chosen the consciousness to sink in with Mother Earth. And our duty is not only to elevate our own consciousness, but to change and to help bring the change in Mother Earth and help in her ascension. We can always say, the light of God surrounds me. The love of God encompasses me, enfolds me, and the power of the divine flows through me. Wherever I am guarded, protected, mentored, guided. When we affirm such powerful statements, we are elevating our own consciousness into something meaningful, something deeper and profound. Yesterday, on the 1010 portal, a lot of you may have reflected on how your life has been and what you want to create out of it. You might have written down some steps that you want to create. Today would be the following day would be about creating meaningful, powerful affirmations to help you sustain the plan that you made yesterday. Any plan made and not done will never lead us to the goal. The plans need to be followed by action. And preparing the mind is the first action. Desires are there. How to fulfill the desires depends upon our actions. So, mental preparation with affirmations is the first step. And now break down the actions into small, doable goals. Discipline, focus, commitment, regularity are the keys for success. Not always is hard work required. Sometimes smart work also really works. But if we stop making a mountain out of a molehill, which is also cognizant with the fact that if we stop thinking that my goal is too vast, it's unattainable, then that also helps. So maybe the goal is too big, break it into smaller goals, achievable, attainable goals, and start walking step by step with the power of mindfulness. A simple example is if you have a goal of, say, reaching to drink 3 liters of water and you just drink about 4 glasses, which is a liter, then gradually you start sip by sip, 1/3 cup extra, then going on to 1 cup, gradually increasing. Rome was not built in a day. Our wonderful goal can't be achieved in a day. Let's fall in love with the purpose that we are creating for ourselves, whatever purpose that is. Whatever we have as our dream, as our desire, has come up from some basic seed. So nurture the seed the way we'll water it, give it sunlight, air it. Similarly, we need to nurture our dreams with the power of affirmations, with the power of visualization, with the power of action. And now put your hands together near your heart and visualize the dream coming true. And now spread your hands as in blessing position and feel your own blessings in the form of vibrations leaving your hands and just encompassing the world far and wide, going beyond Mother Earth, going into heavens, in other galaxies, in other dimensions. So, such is the power of blessings. Keep blessing as long as you can. Wonderful. Now bring your hands together. Rub them if you feel the need. Bless your face, your body. Thank your wonderful body for being so alive, for helping you do so much more in life. Be blessed. Now we're going to start our book in the morning reading of Mirrors of Time. And in this beautiful book, let's read the chapter number 7, Appreciating the Present. Now, this is really imperative in our growth, any kind of growth, spiritual, physical, emotional, mental. Another objective of the exercise contained within this book is to feel more peace, more happiness, more joy in our current life, to enjoy our life now, believing that retrieving memories from the past can endow us with a keener awareness of the present may seem paradoxical, but it's a truth. We'll find that we become more adept at concentrating on and appreciating the current moment. On the other hand, the regression meditation is a focused attention exercise, and its regular practice develops within us the capacity to concentrate on what's being felt and perceived now. But on the other hand, the memories that regression brings to the surface break through the walls that blind us to the present moment. As a result, we are no longer compelled to obsessively ruminate about the past or worry about the future. We are free to exist in the present, for only in the present can we experience joy. If people remember the book that we had done, the course we done, Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, whatever is there in now. And time is the only constant, it keeps changing. But we see how a human being works. I've said this before, I'm saying it now again. We haven't been labeled as human being or human to be. We are called human beings, to be in now, for the being. This moment is full of the power to create something beautiful. But what we do oftentimes is we we like keep pondering over the past. If you meet newer friends, it's sometimes very ironical or whatever. You are just talking about the past, sharing pictures of the past, how I looked, just see how I looked. So thin I was, or so good looking I was, or this is how my children looked. If you looked better before. But if like if you rewind and go back into the future past, at that moment when you looked, however you looked, you still thought that I could look better, or you were not happy enough. Or maybe you really felt happy. But 90% of times, we are never happy in the moment. But also think back that whenever you were mentally happy, that's when you looked really, really great. But what are we doing now? Thinking about the past that's gone, worrying about the future, kaise hoga? Uncertainty is gripping us. But if we stop worrying and if we stop working towards a beautiful future by accepting the present, by knowing that, okay, there is joy in life, there are blessings to be counted, there's gratitude, there are things for me to be grateful for, then we are making this moment so much more richer. Which is why we have heard and read thousands of times that about Albert Einstein and his experiments, and we've heard from him himself that I have thanked 1,000 times a day people who have walked the path, paved the way, for I'm merely walking in their footsteps and taking their journey ahead. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, all of us have so much to be thankful for. And if nothing is there to be thankful for, at least thank the marvel of the body that we live in. Even if it has diseases, which are just a lack of ease in the body, even then, at least all of us are blessed with vision, with hearing power, with the five senses at least. Most of us have. And imagine how life can be without any one sense also. Imagine if we weren't to hear, then right now the screen has just the book. We would need somebody to be using the sign language for us to understand. And imagine if we didn't have eyes, then we would just be hearing. Right now, we are doing double the work, reading what is there on the screen and hearing. Same time, double impact. We take these blessings for granted, but we have so many things to be grateful for. Dr. Wise says, take for example the woman from chapter 5 who had conflicts with her mother. When she ceased to be blinded by resentments from the past, she was able to perceive love in the present. We all, remember, all tend to linger in the past and blame ourselves and others for faults committed, which is also equivalent to blame game. We are playing this game in our life of blaming, of complaining. मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ, victim mode. But in addition to preventing us from enjoying more fully whatever the existing moment offers us, this clinging to the past is absolutely useless for solving any problems. अगर blame game करके प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन निकलता तो बहुत कुछ हो जाता, but it's absolutely not working. In fact, the moment we start blaming, the moment we do that, guilt comes in. Some people, when they eat food, then they say, "अरे बहुत ज़्यादा खा लिया." They become guilty. Then जो खाया है उसका pleasure rob कर दिया. Rather than that, chew your food as much as possible. Enjoy, savor every moment. But that time, one is very, greedy. एक के बाद एक के बाद एक, फट 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 फट, you tend to eat. You haven't enjoyed the moment. You may think you've enjoyed the dish, but was your heart in it? That's the reason Indians used to eat from hand. It was a sensory experience to eat. Touch. Nowadays, we eat with spoons. With the memories that come to us during regression, we'll discover one benefit of the past, that we can learn from it and accrue wisdom through experience so we may live better right now. The same phenomenon can occur regarding the future. Just as ruminating over the past is useless, we discover that there is little point in worrying about the future, since that won't change whatever is going to happen. Planning for the future is necessary, but brooding about it is a waste of time. Some people keep brooding about uncertainty of the future. Kaise hoga? Because you think that you are doing it all. But yes, I agree that we can't leave everything to universe कि वो संभाल लेगा. Action तो हमें करना पड़ेगा ना. So if freeing ourselves from the weight of the past is powerful, then why not practice it? And concern over the future enables us to concentrate on the present moment, the here and now. Why not work on it? So we have very powerful tools with us. And one powerful tool is the power of now. So let's use that and appreciate the present, because present is going to pave the way for the future. Chapter number 8, therapy and regression exercises. Naturally, differences exist between using the regression audio that accompanies this book and working with the psychotherapist who actually practices PLR. But keep in mind that not everyone needs professional help. If you're suffering from significant or severe psychological symptoms, using a therapist may be the wise choice. For the therapist can ask questions during the process and skillfully guide you through the regression process. The memories, feelings, insights elicited during the session can then be interpreted and integrated by the therapist. Therapeutic treatment and improvement will most likely follow. During our professional trainings, my wife Carol and I teach therapists how to apply the techniques of regression therapy in their clinical practices. We found that well trained therapists with carefully acquired clinical skills are best able to successfully incorporate past life regression therapy into their practices. And the patients we refer to tend to feel secure and receive excellent care. However, if your symptoms are mild or if you're merely curious, the regression audio is perfectly safe and can be very effective. Thousands of people have experienced distant childhood memories or even their past life recall while using the audio. There's no danger in listening to it, although you should not listen to the audio while driving a car. This is something which all we should know. Ekagrata, concentration is important. Any kind of therapy needs to be done with complete attention. We cannot multitask while a therapy is going on. Meditation is different because there are different types of meditations. And in every meditation, breath work is there. So you are, anyways, doing two, three things: concentrating, breathing, and whatever we are doing, intentional meditation. Because every meditation has an intention, right? Occasionally, you may go too deep and fall asleep while listening. This effect can be minimized by not listening at night or when tired, or by listening while sitting rather than lying down. So again, I say in this, कई बार कई ऑडियो से क्या होता है, we become, our mind gets trained कि अब सोना ही है, relaxation नहीं करना है. But as long as possible, whenever the therapist is speaking and we have an audio in front of us, we must train our conscious mind to be up and about, to enjoy, to be in the flow and not to sleep. But even if we sleep, healing does happen, but it slows down. The best example for all us Indians is the story of Abhimanyu, how he got to know about ending the Chakravyuh while he was in utero while he was in his mother's womb. But she slept, so he couldn't hear about how to get out of it. So if we sleep, the healing process on top kind of stops. Though the body is listening, but the mind has shut down. So what could have been really powerful, the effect goes lesser. Nullify nahi hota, but it goes lesser. With practice, the experiences will become more detailed and vivid. It's important to remain patient. So let's keep practicing without any timetable or expectations, and sooner or later we will see results. So without any timetable does not mean that ekdam hi erratic, kabhi kuch. But what it means is that don't give a timeline, itne mahine mein ho gaya to theek hai, nahi to main chhod dungi. Keep practicing. Result has to show, will show. The following is an example of someone who noticed marked improvement in listening after listening to the audio. I once heard from a woman who suffered from claustrophobia. During regression, she remembered that in a lifetime in ancient Egypt, she was a servant in the household of a nobleman, and then she was buried alive. The nobleman she served had died, and it was a custom of that culture to bury slaves, servants, and treasures with the deceased so that they would be available to them when he reached the other side. Ancient Egyptians believed that you really could take it with you. In that life, the woman died from suffocation in the burial chamber, and that trauma resulted in her present day fear. Although this woman experienced much emotion while remembering the scene and the panic of being suffocated, she felt that she was in control of the depth of her feelings, so she chose to stay with the sensation, experience it again. Remembering that lifetime with its accompanying feelings gave her a greater understanding that her fear had come from the past. It most certainly was not related to the present or the future, and so her phobia disappeared. So, kai baar, whatever traumas happen to us, we have to kind of relive them to release our body of that lease that we're taking with us from one life to another to another. It's like a lease, बांधा हुआ है अपने आप को. उस लीज को रिलीज तो करना पड़ेगा ना, साइन ऑफ तो करना पड़ेगा. So if you have to go through that ordeal once again, go through it. At least the future is secured. The present is secured. You're working on something. Please remember that if you are ever uncomfortable with any memory or experience while listening to the audio, you can just float above the scene and observe it from a distance, as if you're watching a movie. जिन लोगों ने PLR किया है, they would know that the therapist tells us that now, you're seeing it from above. Or we can open our eyes and end the process at any time. Detach from the emotions, you're always in control. So PLR में ये थोड़ी ना कि हम you don't realize where we are lying down, what's happening to our physical body. Very much we are aware. तोड़ना है तो अगर हम बहुत uncomfortable तो we can always wake up. If you're comfortable during the regression process, pay attention to any details you notice, whether they are visual or otherwise. You'll be amazed at what you can experience and learn. Symptoms and fears may dramatically improve, and you may even catch a glimpse of your true spiritual nature. Beautiful. You will now read chapter number 9, which is about relaxation and hypnosis. The state of pleasant relaxation induced by listening to the audio is similar to the light hypnotic trance brought about by progressive relaxation techniques. Hypnosis is actually a type of focused concentration while someone is relaxed, which is something we all experience every single day. For example, when you're so absorbed in a book or movie, you don't get distracted by the everyday noises around you. Be it traffic or people talking or coughing, you are in a light hypnotic trance. नींद में नहीं होता कई बार, आपको लग रहा है कि आप सो रहे हैं, फिर भी कमरे में कोई एंटर करता है, कुछ ग्लास रखता है, कुछ करता है, तो यू आर अवेयर ऑफ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ द अदर पर्सन डूइंग समथिंग. दैट इज लाइट स्लीप, ऑल्सो इक्वलेंट टू लाइट हिप्नोटिक ट्रांस, अगर कुछ साथ साथ में हम सुन रहे हैं उसके साथ साथ में मूव कर रहे हैं. But thanks to what we've seen on TV or in the movies, there are many myths about hypnosis. In reality, all hypnosis is self hypnosis. The hypnotist is merely a facilitator who helps the person reach a level of moderate to deep relaxation. Stage hypnotists, however, have taken relaxed attention or concentration, which is a natural ability, and transformed it into entertainment. And so, because of the many erroneous associations of the word hypnosis, the term relaxed, focused concentration may instead be preferable. But they both mean the same thing. In this state, the memory is enhanced and people are able to recall events and incidents that may have been long forgotten. Sometimes, due to the expanded understanding of life, people have spiritual or intuitive experiences that they greatly benefit from. Since this state of relaxed concentration is entirely normal, there is absolutely no danger. You can return to full waking consciousness whenever you choose. It's very important to keep the following things in mind. You can never get stuck in the hypnotic state because it's only a form of focused concentration. You can open your eyes and end in the process anytime. कई लोग पूछते हैं ना, अरे पीएलआर करा और हम उसी लाइफ में फंस गए तो वापस नहीं आए तो. These are all myths. You are very well aware of your this physical life and your physical state. You can never be stuck in the past. We go in the past oftentimes to heal the trauma that we're going through. And whatever is troubling us in this life is because some cellular memory is attached. Number two, you're always in control. Number three, you can never do anything against your own will or values. कोई भी हमें हमारी विल के अगेंस्ट हिप्नोटिस्ट कोई भी कुछ नहीं करा सकता. अगर हमारी सहमति है तभी हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. Number four, you won't do or say anything or something to in an unaware state. So let's not think that, oh, I'm not aware. तो मैंने hypnosis में बोल दिया. No, that doesn't happen. You wouldn't do to say something in an unaware state, for hypnosis isn't sleep. The person is always aware of their thoughts, and their subconscious mind remains active and alert. The process is like a daydream, not anesthesia. That's a beautiful example. जब हम डे ड्रीम करते हैं हम कहीं ना कहीं अवेयर होते हैं ना, दोपहर में सो रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं. So we are being told to just keep an open mind. There's nothing to fear or to lose, and what you gain may greatly improve the quality of your life. So, part two, let's start tomorrow of this book. Now we can go back to our meditation. And in today's meditation, let's just close our eyes, get comfortable. We're going to look at training ourselves. Now that you're comfortably placed, relaxed, seated down or lying down, let's know it in our heart that if we ask, we shall be given. If we seek, we shall find. If we knock the door will open for us. For anyone who asks, he receives. For anyone who seeks, finds. For anyone who knocks, doors are opened. So it's very important that we make positive changes in our life by looking into it, reflecting into it, by being certain about some concepts. It's extremely important that we balance our hours, our days, our years, our lives, and we let go of the negative parts by understanding them. It's very important for all of us to keep good company. Sangati matters. So I'm blessed that all of us are together reading these inspiring and supportive books and helping us heal, helping us get in touch with our highest ideals, our aspirations, and we're encouraged through difficult times to be able to sail more easily. And in this manner, whenever you think you're going through something difficult, always keep a book or two on your bedside table and read them. Maybe the books are simple as Secret with the Law of Attraction, or Magic, which is about gratitude, or Power, which is about the inner, which is about love, or any Louis Hayes mirror work, whatever works for you. Many people keep Gita Ji next to them and they open a page. Whatever they have a question, they are the question and they open a page and then they get the answer. Some people do that with Guru Granth Sahib. So whatever you're tuned in towards. Having a friend or community of friends is also very important for our tuning in, our learning, our living more consciously, to get support and to help us in our efforts. And very important for all of us to always be a seeker, to attend, regular workshops about consciousness or about something. But just to attend is not enough. Attendance is great. To implement that. Today, let's choose a beautiful fact, a beautiful exercise in helping us release and open and strengthen, enliven and inspire all of us. So let's understand that we are human beings and life is not a conflict in doing something or having something. These are all parts of us which exist. The idea is to connect with us, with our being, with our higher self. The idea is to help us in focusing and facilitating our doing and to deepen, expand, and align our having. There are three elements that help us in our success in any situation. We just spoke about desire a while ago. So, what is desire? Desire is a feeling of wanting to have something. So, if we really have a true desire to have or to create, which we have chosen to visualize, let's ask ourselves, do I truly in my heart desire this goal to be realized? क्योंकि कई बार हम कुछ डिजायर करते हैं बट एक्चुअली वो दिल से गहराइयों से नहीं आती, वो सुपरफ्लुअस होती है. For example, Everybody wants to lose a few kilos or more kilos to look a certain way. Very few people are saying, "Oh, I'm at my ideal weight. Oh, I look like $1 million." Very few people. Even the thinnest of people, if you say, "Hey, you've lost weight," and they're like, "Arey na, yahan to weight hai." Because there's a desire, but is that desire true? If the desire is true to be realized, then you'll actually be working on it. The first is desire. Ask yourself, do I truly in my heart believe that the desire, that I desire this goal and this can come true? It can be realized. Number two, belief. What are your beliefs? We've talked about this in manifestation that we are all suffering from limiting beliefs. ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. अरे ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा तो होगा ही होगा. The more we believe in our chosen goal and the more we believe in the possibility of attaining it, the more certain we will be in doing. So let's ask ourselves, do I believe that this goal can exist? ये होता है ना शिट चिल्ली की बातें करते हैं. Many people say, Azim Premji also says, if your dreams are not laughable, then they're not dreams higher enough. So it's okay to think of very big dreams. But what is our belief with that dream, with the desire? And can this desire, can this goal actually exist in real life? Is it possible? Do I believe that it is possible for me to realize or attain it? आज नहीं कल कल नहीं परसों, but do I believe कि हो सकता है? For example, people who are born in families where money has been an issue and you want to be a billionaire, the first billionaire in your family. Your limiting beliefs were so many. जैसे बड़े लोगों ने शायद बोला होगा, पैसे पेड़ पे तो नहीं लटकते, मेहनत करोगे तो मिलेगा फल. Like stuff like that. So do I believe that I can earn that much money and my goal can actually exist? Whatever your beliefs are. Number three, acceptance. We must be willing to accept. And most importantly, have whatever we are looking for, whatever we are seeking, whatever we are desiring. Sometimes we pursue goals without actually wanting to attain them. फिर क्या होता है? हमने गोल प्लान कर लिया, डिजायर भी है और हम उसकी तरफ काम करें, बट एक्चुअली हमें चाहिए नहीं वो. We are somehow we are becoming included to the fact that okay, we are in the process of pursuing it. कि हम कर रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं. So again, this time is important to ask ourselves, am I really completely willing to have this? मतलब genuinely depth से मेरा मन है क्या कि ये goal manifest हो? When we work on these three dimensions of a goal setting or intention setting, when we have the strong intentions to create something that we deeply, deeply desire, then we can completely believe that we can do it and that we have the willpower to do it, to have it. Then it is 100% or most likely we are going to manifest it in our life in one way or another. And all the energies in the universe will conspire for that goal to come to us. Because from our depth of depths, we want it. हर मोमेंट में पोटेंशियल होता है. तभी कभी कभी हम कुछ सोचते हैं, वो इमीडिएटली मैनिफेस्ट होता है और फिर हम क्या बोलते हैं, अरे कुछ और ही मांग लिया होता. वी आर नेवर हैप्पी. अरे ग्रेटफुल रहो ना, थैंक यू मैंने सोचा और हो गया. सो अगेन वी मस्ट चेंज. जब कभी थॉट आ रहे अभी सोचा था भी हो गया, then we should thank our power of manifestation. That wow, thank you, angel guardians, whoever's looking around wherever. I thought and this happened. Rather than saying kuch aur mang liya hota, because then we are being ungrateful. So changing our consciousness, changing our thoughts is very important. Changing the words that we speak is very, very, very important. Let's understand the clearer and stronger our intention is, the more quickly we can and easily we can creatively visualize, and that is going to really work in any situation. Let's ask ourselves, कंडीशन क्या है मेरी इंटेंशन की, मेरी गोल सेटिंग की? वीक है, अनसर्टन है, तो लुक डीपली इनटू इट. एड्रेस करिए अपने डाउट्स को, फियर्स को, वरीज को, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स को, कंसर्न्स को, जो कुछ भी है. You will realize that your hesitations are an indication of the feelings and beliefs जो आपने अंदर उसको दबा के रखे हैं, which need to be acknowledged and healed. सिंपल चीज है, एक घाव है, उसके ऊपर बस पट्टी लगा दी, मलहम नहीं लगाया, बस कवर कर दिया. या दीवार पे क्रैक है, उसको ऊपर से लीपा पोती कर दी, उसको अंदर से क्रैक कहाँ से आ रहा है, क्यों टूट के उसमें से पानी या सीलन आ रही है, उसको एड्रेस नहीं किया, ऊपर लीपा पोती कर दी, तो वो तो प्रॉब्लम तो है ना. इसीलिए रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइफ इज इम्पोर्टेंट. ट्रॉमा है तो हील करते हैं ना उसको. तभी, that's why I said in the morning meditation, in the opening meditation, that if we have traumas, we need to accept them, we need to heal them. फिर शॉक नहीं करना. तभी टॉक्सिक पॉजिटिविटी में बोल रही थी होती है. कई लोग इतने ज्यादा पॉजिटिव हो जाते हैं, या दे थिंक दे आर नॉट राइट टू हियर द नेगेटिव, बट नेगेटिव तो होता है ना लाइफ में. पॉजिटिव पीपल का क्या होता है, दे लुक एट द ब्राइटर साइड, व्हिच इज ग्रेट, बट यू कांट कवर द नेगेटिव. So if you are becoming one of those who are not looking at negative at all, then wake up. Accept that also. Acknowledge it. Heal it. Work on its healing. And if it still continues, then we are not ready for our new goal, our new desire. And again, I would like to request everybody, why we close our eyes and listen to this is, then our mind is just listening, it's tuned into one thing. And we are on this beautiful stage in life of being in connection with our higher self, being in connection with the divine beings around us, who are going to really help us by being our spiritual sources, by being the ones who supply infinite love and light to us. Wisdom is coming to us through these books, and the energy that is there in the universe is only going to become progressive when we are in touch with our own divinity. So let's be really grateful to all the divine beings that are inside us, around us, surround us, guide us, nudge us, mentor us, prod us, break us, make us, shake us, give us knocks and shocks of life. May we always be tuned with the higher purpose. Life is magical. Let's witness the magics. Let's look at the bright side, and let's address all that is not happening for us. It's not happening for reason, for lack of action, for lack of belief, for lack of trust, for lack of faith, for lack of goal, for lack of purpose to wake up to. Now, let's open our hands in blessing pose and affirm my blessings are reaching the right people at the right time, whoever is struggling with life. And the struggles are real of everybody. So, just which means our blessings are reaching to the worldwide consciousness, universal wide. And you'll see the tingling, you'll feel the tingling in your palms because your blessings are really genuinely reaching out. And the more you give, the more you get. So sometimes you can be like a bania. You know, जितना दोगी उतना मिलेगा. So have your own thing. You know that the result will come to you. Just bless. Maybe being selfish. But the minute you put that selfish, you'll realize the tingling stops in your hands. So try and say that it's coming from the deeper within me, and I am unconditionally giving my love, light, and blessings by becoming a channel of them. Keep blessing, keep blessing. Be blessed, my dear friends, my loved ones. Let's be the channels of love and light. And let's see each other tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a super blessed day. Lots of love.